Okay, so we're going to begin video number 2 of chapter 8, and we are going to begin right here. So behind Governor and Mr. Wilson came 2 other guests. One, the Reverend Arthur Dimmesdale, whom the reader may remember as having taken a brief and reluctant part in the scene of Hester Prynne's disgrace, and in close companionship with him, old Roger Chillingsworth, a person of great skill in physique, who, for 2 or 3 years past, have been settled in the town. It was understood that this learned man was the physician as well as a friend of young minister, whose health had severely suffered, of late, by 2 unreserved self-sacrifices to the labors and duties of his pastoral relations. Okay, so we see here that there's a couple people. There's Reverend Dimmesdale, and this is a curious point he brings up right here. He brings up this idea that he took a reluctant part in the scene of Hester's grace. Why would he be reluctant? That's an interesting part, okay? That's something you need to think about. Why would he be reluctant in Hester's disgrace? And then also we see a little bit about the physician who is taking care of this young minister. Something is bothering there's something ailing this young minister that he needs a physician. Why? What is bothering him? Interesting question. All right, carrying on right here. The governor, in advance of his visitors, ascended 1 or 2 steps, and throwing open the leaves of the great hall window, found himself close to little Pearl. The shadow of the curtain fell on Hester Prynne and partially concealed her. "What have we here?" said Governor Bellingham, looking with surprise at the scarlet little figure before him. "I profess I have never seen the like since my days of vanity in old King James's times, when I was wont to esteem it a high favour to be admitted to a court masque. There used to be a swarm of these small apparitions in holiday time, and we called them children of the Lord of Misrule. But how gat such a guest into my hall?" "Aye, indeed," cried old Mr. Wilson. "What little bird of scarlet plumage may this be? Methinks I have seen such figures, when the sun has been shining through a richly painted window, and tracing out the golden and crimson images across the floor. But that was in the old land. Prithee, young one, who art thou, and what has ailed thy mother to be bedizening thee to this strange fashion? Art thou a Christian child? Ha! Dost thou thy catechisms, or thou art one of those naughty elfs of fairies, whom we thought to have left behind us, with our old relics of papistry in merry old England?" Right? So he's like, why are you... Wilson is kind of like, both the governor and Wilson are like, why are you so fancy, Fancy? Why, right? Kind of makes me they want to know, why are you dressed up so fancy? Are you kind of like some elf, right? So this ends video 2 of 9.